I hope they forgive me for what I did with Diddy.
And when he started all that daddy this and daddy that, and then I heard some hollering and struggling like, yeah, I kept the phone there.
The allegations about Meek Mill being more than simply pals with Diddy appear to have taken a huge jump. You may have heard that a terrible piece of tape is circulating in the business, which depicts Meek in a compromising encounter with Diddy, leaving the rapper in shock and pain. If you recall, whispers began to circulate regarding Meek taking on Diddy's role as producer. Despite Meek's denials and attempts to hush the gossip, the truth eventually emerged, and scream it did, with strong evidence that stunned everyone.
What is going on in that audio, bro? I'm trying to see if I identify voices.
I already identified both voices, bro.
Diddy is apparently evading the long arm of the law by taking refuge in the Caribbean, all while his empire at home faces a storm. The drama surrounding Diddy has taken a wild turn, with federal authorities raiding his home in pursuit of damning evidence and his kids, Justin and Christian, being handcuffed. He doesn't need further controversies to surface. But it's not simply Diddy's legal issues. The emphasis abruptly switched to Meek Mill, revealing an intimate relationship with the disgraced music tycoon. To add gasoline to the fire, Diddy's ex-bodyguard made a shocking confession that confirmed what the strange audio clip said.
I don't even want to get too much into it because, I don't know, it's that controversial, you know, like it's crazy right now.
Special Friend has raised many eyebrows in the music industry, and it appears that when confronted with undeniable evidence of their secret rendezvous, Meek Mill reportedly broke down, with more insiders coming forward with similar accusations of him receiving preferential treatment from the music mogul. It all started with Lil Rod, a music producer who has put Diddy at the center of a sensational lawsuit, accusing him of assaying and naming a slew of other major personalities, including Yo Miami, Usher, and finally Meek Mill, as Diddy's essay victims. According to Lil Rod, Diddy offered career advantages in Hollywood in exchange for intimate favors, and Meek was apparently one of many who took the bait.
That fast. It was super good, but it was a little bit too much for me. I ain't go to sleep for 2 days after.
This law test's complaint is like a Pandora's box of accusations, with suggestions regarding Meek and Usher's involvement in behaviors that would make even the most seasoned tabloid reader cringe. While Rod tried to avoid naming names in his lawsuit, vaguely describing the victim as a rapper from Philadelphia who dated Nicki Minaj, it didn't take long for social media detectives to connect the dots between the leaked audio that appears to confirm Meek and Diddy's secret relationship and the lawsuit, which reads like a who's who of entertainment industry scandal. The story is far from over. It ushers in a new era of exploration scandals and special services, which have long dominated the business.
Yeah, I'll be back to talk about it real soon, though.
After the reports spread like wildfire, Meek Mill took to Twitter to strongly defend himself. He wrote a series of posts attempting to correct the record and refute what others were saying about him. Meek appeared to be agitated in his tweets, emphasizing that he would stand up to anyone who tried to ruin his name with lies. No man or what would approach me regarding deal activities, and the whole facility would not be flipped. I woke up to this on every blog, as if they knew I was coming. Some were simply stating that he tried a little too hard to be defensive, which was a clear indication that he was very affected by the charges.
I think sometimes Meek falls victim to, I have to explain myself because they be playing with my name.
However, his Twitter rant may be part of his contract with Diddy. As you are aware, the music mogul requires everyone to sign NDAs in order to protect themselves from potential repercussions. And this led numerous people to believe that Meek Mill had become another victim of Diddy's terrible production. As one person pointed out, mistreatment of men and boys is not funny. This is completely awful. I hope P. Diddy ends up in jail and gets what he deserves. Another user wrote, "It is true. Diddy is an extremely manipulative pig. He's videotaping people without their knowledge. People who do terrible things to others are always compensated in video and photos." Things heated up even further when Meek got into a confrontation online with DJ Academics, who was simply sharing the news on his platform, like thousands of others are doing these days. The Philadelphia rapper did not hold back in voicing his dissatisfaction, demonstrating how stressful the situation had become for him.
Over me, I'd be like, I know I'm better than them in that category, that specific category, and it might make me feel.
But then the situation became even more terrible. An audio clip was leaked that purportedly recorded a very private encounter between Meek and Diddy. This audio generated quite a sensation because it appeared to lend credence to the rumors that were circulating about these two. The individual behind the blockbuster Meek and Diddy surprise revealed more about the recording's context. He stated that during one of Diddy's parties, the music mogul spiked the drinks so that everyone else was too drunk to notice anything. But this man didn't drink, so he was completely aware of what was going on.
Like, everybody was passed out. Yo, Diddy had that man in the room. Look, yes.
It was very startling to him. Like, everyone had passed out. Yo, Diddy had that man in the room, yes. Diddy and Meek Mill's situation quickly became out of control. While the disgraced music mogul has a lot on his plate right now, Meek is left entirely alone to deal with escalating allegations that he sold his private parts for fame. Another seemingly innocent video has surfaced recently. The core of this tempest is a video of Meek swimming in Diddy's pool following the party, which may appear innocuous at first glance. But here's the point. Diddy showers Meek with adulation in a suggestive manner, referring to him as a king and publicly expressing his satisfaction in this man's accomplishments. Man, you're doing it. And you deserve it, Daddy. You are putting in the work. This warm comment has aroused much suspicion, with many believing it was filmed shortly after a private encounter between the two, similar to the one heard on the tape. The internet's voracious desire for celebrity gossip has resulted in a flurry of comments. Meek appears to be simply enjoying life as Diddy replies, "You deserve it, Daddy. You are putting in the work." As you can expect, some fans object to the use of the word daddy. Meek Mill didn't appear to mind, and that's all that matters. Adding to the turmoil, Meek was caught following a Twitter account notorious for uploading sexual video featuring guys. This finding caused shockwaves through the online community, sparking more suspicion about his deal, interests, and goals. We enjoy his music, but Hollywood is not attempting to silence you. Rather, we hope Meek would be silent. Amidst this DL mess, an old Meek song resurfaced, adding fuel to the flames. The song's lyrics portray a picture of regret and ambition, implying that Meek may have engaged in a compromising relationship with Diddy in order to advance his Hollywood career. The song appears to be a mirror of Meek's personal battle, as he seeks forgiveness for the decisions he took in pursuit of fame and wealth. Meek Mill had every possibility of never making it big in music, because, as a 19-year-old in North Philadelphia, he was arrested on gun and drug charges. Meek Mill, a Philadelphia rapper, has just been sentenced to 2 to 4 years in state jail. Everything changed for him in 2019 when prosecutors dropped all outstanding charges against him and the judge imposed no additional penalties. The rapper could now be free to pursue his ambition. However, his success has been linked to huge personalities like Jay-Z and Diddy, and new allegations of the rapper sleeping with Diddy in exchange for fame paint him as a victim of exploitation. While some followers continue to believe that he agreed to have intimate relationships, others feel betrayed by his outright lying. The complete story of Diddy and Meek Mill's connection is still to be discovered. But one thing is certain, this is not the first time the music tycoon has exploited his artists and paved the way for emerging talent. With more identities and victims of Diddy's production being disclosed, it's evident that the music mogul built his own warped narrative in the entertainment world, in which recognition and success are attained through special favors rather than hard effort and ability, and his victims are too terrified to speak up. Apparently, with fresh claims and recent raids, his empire is collapsing, and Meek Mill should stop trying to defend his reputation and reveal the truth about what Diddy did to him. At the very least, fans have lost faith in the industry's games. According to one commenter, the rap industry and culture are an awful, cringe-worthy carnival. Another person remarked that when you get older, you can understand why some parents don't want you in the entertainment industry. It's a major mess for Meek, and it appears that we'll have to wait a bit to find out the full truth. But guys, what are your thoughts on all this? Do you feel sorry for Meek? Or do you believe he knew what he was getting himself into by becoming buddies with Diddy? Do you feel sorry for Meek? Or do you believe he knew what he was getting himself into by becoming buddies with Diddy? Leave your opinions in the comments below.